over here on Randolph Ave. I want to get an image of them milling down the roadway up there. So we're gonna take a quick walk down and get a peek at them milling down the road. Got quite a few trucks that came up the other way. For the last couple of weeks, they've been milling. If you haven't seen it, they've been milling down this roadway here. Some of those cars, right, they have difficulty staying between those cones. I don't know if they have tunnel vision or not, but if you see how some of these cars drive, they can't, it's almost as if they can't keep their eyes focused between the two cones. And I'm not sure if this is Milton. I think this side is Milton. I think the other side is Randolph. I could be wrong. It breaks up like 3 different towns when you're going down this roadway. Some parts you're in Quincy, some parts you're in Milton, some parts you're in Randolph. I think that's the asphalt truck. I think he's putting like a raise around the sewer caps after they do it. Those lines right there are the sensors that activate the traffic signal. So more likely they have to redo those over. If you guys can see it, those are the wires that activate the sensor. So it tells the traffic light there's too many cars in queue. They're taking up tons and tons of asphalt, even though it's a short layer. But it's only like 3 inches they're taking up, but it's a long stretch. It's coming all the way from I don't know how far down. It goes just before the expressway. It kind of stops just before the 93. I'll say maybe half a mile before 93 is where it stops. Just after you pass by the lights up there. The last set of lights, I should say. The water truck. He's gonna try to cut into that traffic over there. Gotta watch for the cars that are not paying attention. God, he's not even stopping. They don't even care to stop. That's weird. How cars can see a truck coming out and they're literally trying to. They won't even let you come out. Wow. And as we get further down, that's where they're doing the milling. So you can see a little milling going on down there. When they start running the milling machine, I'm gonna back up a little bit because all that dust is gonna start flying off the side. So it does kind of splash off the side. So they got one more side on this side, then they're going to move to the other side. I'm not sure, but I think they take the same asphalt that they remove from this area. They take it down to the refinery and refine it over, and probably use the same asphalt all over again. Sometimes that's typically what happens. That's why it takes so long for them to how do you say it, to repave it again. Because this asphalt is 100% recyclable. There's a car on the wrong side of the road. Look at this. You're on the wrong side, buddy. Look at this guy. You on the wrong side of the road. What the heck? That's not the first guy that did this. He may not be all right. You're on the wrong side, man. What happened? What the heck? How does that happen? Like these, just so you guys know, this thing is clearly marked. It's very clearly marked. It's no doubt about it. It's clearly marked. I came through this. Very clearly marked. How he ends up on the wrong side of the road, I have no idea, but wow, that's not the first one that did it though. Another guy did the same thing earlier. You can't make this stuff up. There's a big arrow down there.
And a bunch of cars.
Yeah, I came through there earlier. It's crazy. Wow, like how do you not like? I don't know. I don't think he should. Honestly, I don't think he should have a license. Like that's my opinion. I don't think this guy should have a license because why are you on the wrong side of the road when you got construction cones that are clearly marked where you should be at? If I walk all the way, that's kind of far down, but if I was to walk all the way down with it's a big board arrow that's pointing to tell you go to your left, go to your left, go to your left. And there's a bunch of cones that's clearly dividing the road down the middle. There's no question about it. I don't know if I can, it's further down. But I wish I could walk all the way down there, but it's way down. It clearly marks where you should be at. So when you get to this point right here, this side of the road is divided down the middle, and how you end up on this side, I don't know how, because it's clearly telling you to stay on that side of the road. That's why construction signs, they tell you where you're supposed to be at. These cones dictate where you should be at. So you really shouldn't be, I don't know. How can I explain it? You should know how to drive. That's the only way I can say it. You should know how to drive. Prime example, this guy should never been on the side of the road. So I hang around with these officers while they give him make sure, guess he's good to go. Like I said, you can't make, so this is actually Milton, because it says Milton on the cruiser. This is unbelievable, guys. You can't make this up. Prime example how you're supposed to pay attention. I mean, like I can't make this up. There's way down. No, I seen it before. I was coming from Randolph the other day, right? Yeah. And I seen the same exact thing. A car in front of me, he couldn't stay in the middle of those two cones. Yeah. He pulls to the right, and I'm like, why is he pulling to the right? Yeah. Because they don't know what a construction.
They just default to right.
Yeah, but they don't understand the construction. These cones dictate where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah, in the big signboard with the arrow pointing to the
correct. And then, so my thing, you see this on YouTube later on if you watch YouTube.
I met you down when they did the Adams Street.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember the other guy too that went down that way. I seen him too. But like this. How do you not know to stay on that side of the road? Like how?
I'd say you'd be surprised, but I know you cover all this stuff.
I see a
all the
lot of
time.
accidents. Yeah, I see a lot. Yeah, I don't cover a lot of Milton stuff, but maybe I should because I know that. I usually am in Boston or Randolph or somewhere else, but I'm gonna walk down the other side, and that's gonna be the end of my video. I was gonna keep walking until that car started coming around the wrong
I'm glad
way.
you weren't in the street or anything.
No,
like
no. If I was in the street, I probably got hit.
Yeah. All right, man. You have a good night.
Take care, man. Take care, man. Be safe out there. Oh yeah, I do remember him. I come in contact with so many people. So there was a video I did a couple of years ago. Now that he said that, I do remember what he's talking about. So let's get back to the story that we was over here doing. They're gonna do one more mill on this side, and then they probably switch off to that side. They're doing a good job because this is a long stretch. Honestly, if guys, safety is very important. Construction workers get killed all the time because of people doing that kind of stuff. Tow truck drivers get killed all the time. Police officers get killed because no one's paying attention. When you see cones, flashing lights, construction vehicles, that means slow down. Don't speed. Follow the rules of the road. If the cones are dividing the road, I'm not going to walk in the street. But see how those cars stay to the far right? Then you stay in the second lane. It kind of dictates. If you ever seen this before, and I guess you guys probably don't have your license if you haven't seen this before. Let me walk over here while there's no traffic. So theoretically, that far lane is the lane. This one is the second lane. I'm gonna get back out the roadway so these cars can do their thing. But you gotta kind of understand how the road is divided. If you don't understand that, you're gonna get somebody hurt. You're gonna get yourself hurt. Just stay in your lane. Like once you're divided, stay in that lane. Don't I don't know. Don't jump out the lane. Either you never driven through a construction site before, or you wasn't sure what you're supposed to be doing. I just think a car's a heavy machinery. It's a dangerous vehicle if it's not operated properly. So you have to learn how to operate that properly. If you feel you're uncomfortable, go to a driving school. Take a course. Read the driving book. Understand the rules of the road. I can't tell you that enough because there's so many accidents. We can't call them accidents anymore. We call them crashes. And that's how crashes stop, because people are not paying attention to what they're doing. I like to emphasize safety, safety, safety. Just be safe. And that machine there is the one that does the close quarters. It mills down like around the sewer caps, closer to the like say if the machine can't get to a certain corner that kind of curves at a certain angle, that machine be the one that will go in there. That machine will probably come back and mill around this the sewer drain right here, the storm drain, I should say. So this is Milton. I thought this was part of Randolph, but it's actually Milton because it's kind of closer to the Milton side. I think if I went another if I went another half a mile that way, I'd probably be touching Quincy, a tip of Quincy, then I touch a tip of Randolph, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think it passes through quite a few towns on this road here. This is Pleasant Street. And the funny thing about it, I've been in a lot of these towns, and just because I don't do videos in those towns, that don't mean I haven't been in those towns. So maybe I'll start doing more videos in the towns that I go in, so you guys can see like where they probably like do around that one too. But I think they did that one already. They do that so you don't when you drive you don't hit the bump so hard. So, which is pretty good. Boston doesn't do that. Milton, for some reason, they actually do that, which is a good thing. So now when your car goes across that, it doesn't hit a solid bump. So that one's completely done. They put the asphalt around it to keep cars from hitting that jolt when they're driving. And this is a smooth road, but I think at least they're doing it over though. It wasn't too bad in the first place, but it did have some, some spots here and there. So they're probably just doing over just in time for the winter time. I wish the city of Boston would do their streets over like this. And they might get state money for this, because this could be a state roadway. It might go half and half. Maybe the state pays a portion and the city pays another portion. Or the town. I think Milton's a town. I don't think it's a city. Like a tight quarters like this, that machine will come in here and mill that down, because the big truck won't be able to get in there. I just want to show you guys, and I believe this is called Randolph Ave, if I'm not mistaken. The good thing is by that machine milling it down the way they're doing it, it makes it easier for them to refine it when they take it back to the plant. Wow. Bad. Pretty good. So that's the last section before they move over to the other side. So once they do that, they're gonna move all the traffic, move all these cones, switch them over to this side. So then all the cars can drive on this side while they milled on that side. Alright guys, I figure I'd show you. I'm not gonna walk back down. I already got my steps in earlier today. But as you can see, some people still knock the cones down. Like, you should be able to make it through here without hitting the cones, if you know how to drive. But if you don't know how to drive, you knock all the cones down. I would go pick those cones up, but I don't got my high visible vest on, so I don't want to walk in the middle like that. He's probably going to pick it up. A lot of work, a lot of manpower. So guys, when you're driving down a construction site and you see a big signboard with an arrow telling you to go stay to the left, that means move to the left. Now, once you see the cones out there, that means follow the direction of the cones. Don't deviate. Don't change it up. If the cones are directed to stay a certain way, follow that all the way down. Or sometimes it's kind of obvious though. If you see the guys that are milling down the roadway, it's kind of obvious that that's the side they're working on. And the part that's actually smooth is usually the side that you could be on. Now in a situation when they switch it over, you're gonna be driving down on the mill downside already, and they're gonna be milling that side over there down. So you just gotta kind of understand what they're doing too, and that's why it's helpful to be aware of your surroundings so you know what's going on. Another 15 minutes we'll be in Boston, Mattapan, Boston, next left. I lift this. I'd be a good Samaritan and pick that cone up since there's no traffic over here. So that's pretty much what they're doing. They're milling down the road. He's getting all the loose particles up. So anything that's loose, he's gonna take that up. Now he could drive backwards better than most people could drive forwards. A lot of people that, there's a lot of people that can't drive backwards, but he's driving backwards better than most people drive forwards. Not too bad. Actually, it's pretty smooth. They're probably using a much finer tooth count too. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a lot like the ones in Boston. The teeth are more coarse, so it's taking up how you say, thicker chunks. This one's is kind of milling down to a finer grade. Because if you look at the grooves, you can tell the difference. So it kind of gives it a smoother ride when you're driving on it too. These guys are just filling up around the, what you call it, the sewers and the manholes covers. So that way when you drive, it's kind of a smoother transition.
What's up, my man?
Hey, so how you doing?
How you doing?
Good, good.
You recording?
Yeah.
What, video?
It's gonna be in my YouTube channel later on. You watch YouTube?
Yeah, I want to do.
So just type in External Affairs Porter. You see it on YouTube later on.
You be doing this a lot?
I do it a lot, yeah. I think I did quite a few of them, but I always do depending on what town I'm in, I do a different video.
Where you live?
I'm in Roxbury.
Oh, you come here to...
Yeah. So I travel different towns. I know Milton sometimes, Dedham. It all depends. It's good work though. Take care, my man. You get to see a little bit of everything. These guys, what they do is, and this is the only town so far that I've seen that does that. I don't know if other towns do it. They make a smoother transition around the cover, so when the car goes over it, it's not like it's like a jolt. You know what I mean? Because if they didn't do that, when your tire hits it, it'd be a bigger jolt. And I noticed that when I seen them doing it a couple of weeks ago. All right, guys, I think that's my end of my video right here. Just want to show you what I see out here. They even have the divider over there, which I don't know why they put it over that. Maybe they're not going down that way, I don't think. Maybe they do that to make sure people stay in their lane too, because some people might arbitrarily. Oh, I see what they're talking. Okay, I see why they did that. They did that so you don't try to split the lane before you get on the other side. Because if they didn't do that, what will happen would be you'll end up trying to make two lanes before you cross over. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, share, like, and subscribe. Leave any comments if you want to leave comments. I don't read them all, but I try to. See, okay, here's a prime example. See the signboard right here? There's a signboard on the other end, just like this. And see those, and matter of fact, there's a cruiser there too, just so you guys know. On the other end, there's a cruiser, and there's a signboard that's doing the same exact thing that this is doing. So when you see this, right, people with a common sense of thinking will say, I mean, stay to the right. And that's theoretically what that means, stay to the right. It doesn't mean stay to the right, then go back to the left. It means stay to the right. Now, once you switch over to this right, there's a set of cones that go right down the middle, all the way down, dictating where you should be at. And that's the route you're supposed to take. But if you're not paying attention, guess what? You make mistakes like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. Catch you guys on the next one.